Have you ever wondered why your life goes up and then down, up and then down, up and then down? Why you have good days and then you have not so good days? Have you ever wondered why this is? Well, it's just one of those things that we all just cope with, and everybody goes through exactly the same in life. We have times when things are good, times when things are not so good, and sometimes times when things are really not good, and sometimes times when things are amazing. Life happens in cycles. It cycles through. Okay? Look for a channel called Life Lessons. He's a British guy like myself, and he's talking about the 7 Hermetic Principles, which is all brand new to me, but found it amazingly interesting, although hard to digest a lot of it because there's a lot to sort of take in. But you know, everything is in terms of frequencies, and what does a frequency do? Goes up and down, like a continuous wave. Oh, what do waves do? Up and down, up and down. And basically everything in your life cycles between a high and a low on a continuous basis, and always has, from what I'm taking away from this. Now, to prove this, I'm 51, I'm nearly 52, and I think as you get older you notice things, don't you? And that you never quite know what or why, but you notice things. And to cut a long story short, I run a separate business around lawn care, treating people's lawns, putting fertiliser on people's lawns, and I'm always acutely aware of the weather. Now, we go in centigrade here, degrees centigrade for the temperature, and in spring you might get 10 or 12 degrees C, and then in summer, you know, it might get up to 20, 30 degrees C. And then it comes down again in autumn, obviously, and same again in winter. It drops, as you know, to around freezing, roughly around there. But today, I've woken up, the snow's gone. It's 16 degrees C. That is absolutely nuts. It's like, what on earth is going off with this weather? But it's just cycling. So you've got a high and a low. And obviously as we get closer to winter, it's like a wedge of wood. It starts off big, so the temperature variations are high, and then they get smaller and smaller as you get towards one point. And those variations, so it might cycle 16 and then it might cycle down to 0. My point is that everything in life goes up and down, and you've just got to go with the flow, because, and you'll know this from experience and in your own life, that you have good days and then bad days. You'll have days on YouTube, if you're growing a YouTube channel, where you're getting views, you're getting subscribers, and then you have days where very little's happening. It's quite windy up here. So just be aware of this. Just be aware of this in your life. So I'm out on my daily walk. This is day 5 now. I'm absolutely buzzing that I'm keeping going. It's because I'm off work and I've been able to get out every morning, but I'm going to really try and do this in the morning before I go to work next week. But it does mean getting up at something silly like 4:45 in the morning and getting out on the road at 5, back home for 6, and then the day continues. Anyway, So everything cycles. We're here at the motorway, look, again, and this is a Sunday morning. There's still people going about their life. But thankfully most of them are tucked up in bed. There ain't as many. So basically what I'm trying to say is, knowing this will build resilience, because you'll enter a low period and instead of saying, oh, it ain't working, oh, I've done something wrong, what's going off, why ain't it working, you can just smile and know that it's just a cycle. And you know just to keep going with what you're doing because life cycles up and down. And I promise you, just keep going, keep doing what you're doing, keep focusing on the tasks. Well, I've just lady there. We're just past one another and don't normally see many people or talk to many people in the mornings because I think some people think, oh, there's a weirdo there. So I always try and make sure I don't look like a weirdo or act like a weirdo, but I felt the need to say good morning. And she said good morning. She says, oh, it's quite mild today. I says, yeah, 16 degrees on my phone this morning. She said, whoa. Anyway, that was that. So, yeah, just keep going. That's the message, guys. Just keep going. You're going to have ups, you're going to have downs. That's the top and bottom of this message I'm trying to convey to you. And business is like that. So how can I convey this to my business? Yes, so I will have periods of time. So in my business, lawn care, I've got around 550 customers, and once every 10 weeks I go to all of these customers. So every week I'll maybe go to 50 customers, 55 customers, maybe 60 or 70 customers. It varies from week to week, but you'll find it's always the same few people that pay you on time, straight away, same day. Okay, and so you don't mind going to those houses, so it actually puts you in a good mood, and you go to these houses knowing that at the end of the day that money's going to hit your bank. And 9 times out of 10 it always does. There's always going to be exceptions, isn't there? But, you know, and then you've got the other extreme where I go to customers' houses and, yeah, you treat the lawns and you don't hear anything. And you send them a couple of messages after a couple of weeks and you don't hear anything. And then maybe a week or two later they'll pay you. Well, it is frustrating. For now, we're keeping those customers and we're looking at ways to make life that bit easier, like setting them up on a direct debit so the money comes out of the bank and it isn't quite as much if it's on a monthly basis rather than once every 10 weeks. Listen, thanks for watching. I've kind of rambled on a bit on this video. I'm always trying to, I've got a lot in here what I've sort of picked up over the years, and not all of it's going to be life-changing, but there's things that are here that I think you guys would really enjoy, and that's why I'm sharing them. If you don't mind me bumbling and rambling on, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. Bye bye.